video presentation is designed to help departments and individual instructors begin to think about how to establish and maintain community partnerships for community engagement courses in the new core curriculum. A whole lot of time was spent over several months and in what seemed like countless meetings to develop a new core curriculum at St. Mary's College, and one component of the new core curriculum is community engagement. Under this new section of the core curriculum are 3 benchmarks. Students will be able to apply academic methods and/or theories in a way that promotes collaboration and mutual benefit in a community setting. Students will demonstrate critical reflection throughout their experience. And finally, they'll express their understanding between their experiences and their responsibilities as members of a social or professional community. Now, a small committee will review course descriptions to determine if the course meets the 3 benchmarks to receive official designation. And there are a number of ways a course might be structured to fulfill the community engagement component. But keep in mind, this committee does not, however, assist faculty and departments in conceptualizing, developing, implementing, or assessing the course. And that's where this video comes in. In the next few minutes, you'll see an overview of what goes into establishing and maintaining a community partnership if you decide to use service learning. Another short video describes what service learning and community-based research classes are all about and how they can be developed and used to meet the community engagement component of the new core curriculum. But that's for another time. For now, let's just focus on this. There's more to it than you think. Let us show you what we mean with this example. Deciding to invest the time and energy into creating a course that includes a community engagement component is a bit like deciding to invest in a sea kayak. First, there's the kayak itself, but then you need some other things as well, like a paddle, a life vest, a spray skirt, something to carry the sea kayak on. You also have to learn about the tides and how to do the Eskimo roll. Wait a minute, how did this get so complicated so quickly? Well, like kayaking, there's more to community engagement than just the experience itself. There might be security background checks, and that costs time and money. You also have to consider the ease of transportation to and from the site. Is it BARTable for St. Mary's students? You also have to consider the supervision and capacity of the partner. Will the agency have the human resources and time to really make this an experience that is positive for both them, for you, and your students? Here's a question for you. Should students choose their own community partner site? Well, would you let them choose textbooks for your course? Probably not. Textbooks are selected on the basis of instructional objectives. So are community partner agencies. What typically happens when you let students find their own community partners? Well, they'll wait till the last minute, and when that occurs, they try to cram too many hours into too little time, and then the focus is on racking up hours rather than learning. The community partner does not know who these students are or why they're knocking on their door. You don't know what the students are doing at the site, and if what they're doing meets your instructional goals. This could become an undue burden on the agency, and a final product or project is rarely finished or delivered, and that could cause more harm than good for you, the students, the agency, and for the reputation of the college. Okay, you get the picture. So what does an instructor need to do? Well, here's the good news. You're not flying solo. CILSA is here to help you pick your community partners. And here's the catch. You have to start thinking and planning well in advance. This is not the kind of thing you start doing or thinking about a week before the semester starts, as you will soon see. CILSA is here to help you get started. CILSA will help you identify potential community partners if you don't know where to start. Think of CILSA as kind of a matchmaker. Then you meet with the community partner, preferably on their turf, so you get a lay of the land and see if the site is a good fit. Let's go over some timelines and steps that are involved for creating a good, positive, constructive community engagement experience. Let's assume that the course you're going to teach is in the spring. So that's what we're shooting for. But to get there, we have to start in the summer, a whole year before that. Faculty and departments are encouraged to meet with CILSA to identify potential community partners. And then throughout the summer, faculty members conduct on-site visits and have meetings with potential partners to discuss the course and their ability to help you and your students. Through the course of discussion, if you determine this is a good partnership and you get the green light, you create a detailed project plan, and that's available from CILSA. It's basically an action plan, so everyone is on the same page. Then in the fall, you create a service learning information sheet for students. You begin to include the service learning in the language of the syllabus. And then you discuss with CILSA what kinds of support you're going to need and see if they can provide an ELF. Wait a minute, what's an ELF? An ELF stands for an Engaged Learning Facilitator, and that's a specially trained student assistant to help you in your class. They serve as a liaison between you and the community partner. Then you'll also need to be thinking about background checks if that's necessary for the agency you're working with. Now we're gearing up for spring. In spring, you conduct an in-class orientation with your community partners there. The students sign up for a particular agency and project. And throughout class, you have check-ins to see how the projects and community engagement experience is going. You also need to check in with the ELF if you have one. Students submit service learning related assignments throughout the semester. You also conduct reflection on the experience throughout the semester. And then at the end of the semester, you conduct evaluations as well as celebrations and perhaps even have presentations. Okay, and what exactly do you talk about once you meet with these community partners? Well, here's CILSA's top 10 things to discuss with community partners. Number 1, define service learning. St. Mary's College officially defines service learning as a specific form of teaching and learning in which students engage in purposeful actions that address community goals. Through critical reflection, students integrate the action with academic objectives to develop civic responsibility and social justice. It's not a service project or an internship or volunteering. Psst, and by the way, there's a whole video at CILSA on what service learning is. 2, you share your tentative syllabus and instructional objectives. You need to find out if your instructional needs match the agency goals and programs. 3, describe the student's skill level. What year are they in school and what age are they? What are they able to do and not able to do? Number 4, go over timelines and calendars. What can and will occur over 15 weeks? When will this start and end? Is it ongoing or will it take place off and on during the semester? And remember too, agencies have their own calendar needs as well. Number 5, consider capacity of the partner. How many students can they handle at any given time? And when can they use, as well as supervise, all these students? Number 6, explore and discuss possible projects that meet your instructional objectives, plus the community partner goals. Number 7, clarify the roles. What supervision role will the community partner have, if any? And what assessment role would they play, if any? Could they possibly make guest presentations in your class? Could they help conducting reflection? Here's a thought. Could they even be considered to help co-author or co-present something about the class that you're teaching? Number 8, be sure to provide an orientation to the students. The community agency should talk about its mission and history and describe service opportunities and answer questions the students have, as well as go over logistics and expectations. Number 9, discuss and determine who is the agency contact person and create a communication plan. That includes how and when they get in touch with you as well. And what is the role of the CILSA ELF, if there is one? Finally, create an action plan that includes assessment. This lays out who does what, when, and where, so everyone is on the same page, literally. Remember, both you and the partner can say no if this is not the right fit, and it's better to have this discussion early on rather than halfway through the semester. Remember too, even with upfront conversations and planning, there's bound to be some bumps along the way. When this happens, it is important to quickly address them by having an honest conversation with your partner. And don't forget, CILSA is here to help too. Amazing community engagement partnerships can and do happen. The upfront work that goes into making them work really pays off, and things are much easier the next time around because both you and the community agency have taken the time to forge a partnership and a relationship. So, that's an overview to establishing and maintaining community partnerships. And remember, like investing in a kayak, there's more to community partnership than just finding an agency. The goal is for you, your students, and the community agency to have a great experience. You'll also want to watch our overview of the community engagement component of the new core curriculum to see how service learning and community-based research courses are one way to meet the community engagement component of the new core curriculum. We also have a video overview of CILSA, what it is and what it does. Oh, and just so you know, representatives from community agencies watch a similar video to help them learn how to establish meaningful partnerships with you. So, yes, we understand there's a lot to know and do, but it's good to know that CILSA is here to keep you afloat. Thanks.